trying to watch us and knock us. Coppers even come through in helicopters. I drink a little, spark and hope.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
With the Diesel and the Jet, this is Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, they're currently holding on to the best record in the league. Not the conference, the league. They've been head and shoulders above the competition this season. On the topic of the playoffs and the length of them, they call it the second season, Shaq. What do you look for in a playoff team as an indicator of their ability to succeed?
Well, we all live by this old montage, old adage, whatever it is. Defense wins championships. Defense is big. What I like about the playoffs, Ernie, physicality. You can't hesitate to give a foul, prevent easy buckets, a.k.a. you got to touch them up.
Got to touch them up, but experience, to me, is probably the biggest thing. Because there's no way to understand playoff basketball until you're there. And so teams that shoot a lot of free throws also has a big advantage because guys get to the line. They know they can slow the game down when things are getting bogged down offensively.
That's what my old buddy Dick Versace used to say.
What?
You know what he used to say about free throw shooting? He called it the NBA's hidden way to score. You forget about free throw shooting. The NBA's hidden way.
It's hidden?
It's hidden.
I would agree with that, Dick.
Yeah, the NBA's hidden way to score. That's just dropping a little Dick Versace knowledge on you. Let's go courtside.
I love them. That's why I listen to every comment they say. They're getting.
The Bucks look to take charge at BMO Harris Bradley Center, and we're bringing it to you live from Milwaukee here on 2K Sports. The Milwaukee Bucks coming to this one after the win against Orlando.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler is the 2. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. And it's Snell in at the 3. Now here's Vasquez. Monroe with a screen on Rose. To the wing right side. Outside, Meeks. Chicago grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Deadly from behind the three-point line in that game, and it really gave them the ability, I felt, to stretch that defense out.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it opened things up for them in a big way. The defense was never able to string together any stops or get comfortable. Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season, won the Most Improved Player of the Year award, really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Oh, and the jam by Rose.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
Man, I got to pick my jaw up off the floor after that one, guys.
And so it's Milwaukee now. After the Bulls pick up 2. Vasquez dishes to Monroe. Rose with the double team. Here's Vasquez. Offensive rebound. It's been a quick start here for Chicago. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
Scorching and torching offensively. They were able to get everything they wanted.
Here's Parker. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Monroe's shot is good.
And guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way.
Now here's Vasquez. After the miss from Joakim Noah. He was all alone on that one. Meeks got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Bulls have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And that one hits back iron. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. What'd you find out, Doris?
One player he said he's worried about in this game is Pau Gasol. He said with his length and touch, it's really hard to bother that shot. We're going to try to be physical with him, body him up early, and deny him position. And guys, that's what a lot of teams try with Gasol. Force him to really battle through contact. We'll see how it works.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. The Bucks trail. Vasquez with it. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And Meeks kicks to Monroe. To the left side wing. 6 on the shot clock. Banked in off the glass.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
To the paint. Here's Noah. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for Joakim Noah. Inside, here's Plumlee, and Gasol sends it back. Monroe against Noah. The drive by Monroe, and he drops it in from the low post. Monroe's got his second basket of the game. Here's Butler, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
The Bucks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Screen by Monroe. Now here's Vasquez, guarded close, out to the wing. Bucks passing it around. Parker came in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. Bulls have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. And that one's good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Now here's Vasquez. Screen by Monroe. Meeks outside. A second chance effort, and it's laid in by Monroe. Monroe's got 8 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Now Vasquez, after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Parker passes to Monroe. To the middle, and it's Plumlee that time on the assist by Monroe.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Meeks. Softly drops in the 40. He has 5.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Parker. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
And that one's good.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
Bucks leading by 5. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Parker. And the Bulls making a change also. Brooks checked in for Derrick Rose. And Gasol gets it to go.
How about that sweet-looking stroke from Gasol?
Here's Milwaukee now. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Now here's Vasquez. Brooks covering. Screen by Monroe. Meeks outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one's good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Down low, here's Monroe. Another shot. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Talk about some great numbers for Monroe. He's already got 12 points and 1 assist. This is the way he wanted to start the game.
You know what? Going full speed from the word go, really impressive. And Greg Monroe really has had a good young career despite playing out of position for much of it. He has the size and skill set of an agile center, but was made to play power forward in Detroit once they drafted Andre Drummond, and that took some getting used to.
Now here's Vasquez, following the miss by Nikola Mirotic. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Monroe wide open, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 16 points for Greg Monroe. And Gibson wide open. He shoots, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Screen by Monroe. Vasquez dishes to Monroe. Pass to Antetokounmpo, and it's good off the back rim and in. And the Bucks lead by 7.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
And so it's Milwaukee now after the Bulls pick up 2. Back to Mayo. Lots of room. Here's Boozer, and it's blocked by Mirotic.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Vasquez with it, guarded now by Aaron Brooks. 6 to shoot. Back to Mayo. Shoots the 3. Mirotic grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 3. Portis, the pass to Butler. Again, Chicago.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He had 10 points in the win against Orlando. 3-pointer. Mirotic grabs the miss. Chicago has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Shots good by Butler.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there. And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
John Edson's checked in for Milwaukee.
There you go, fans. That was your Bucks game.
Here's Brooks. 23 points for him the last game against Detroit. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Brooks. Brooks has got his 6th assist on the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Mayo. Following the miss by Josh Gibson. Wasted no time on that one. Antetokounmpo's got his 2nd basket of the night. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play. He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Here's Brooks after Carlos.
Come on now, young fella. Watch out. You might bring that whole basket down on top of you.
I didn't think he was ever going to let go of the rim.
I tell you what, though, you might as well enjoy the moment. Make it last just a little longer.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. That falls. Great assist by Vasquez. Vasquez has got his 5th assist in this one. Brooks kicks to Gibson. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Antetokounmpo against Gibson. Kicks it out to Vasquez. Boozer dishes to Vasquez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, for Carlos Boozer, last year was a bit peculiar. I mean, after being a key player for several playoff teams throughout his career, he landed on the Lakers where the playoffs were nowhere in sight. Tough environment for a veteran to succeed in.
And getting back to Boozer, last year he was claimed off amnesty waivers by the Lakers. Now, Los Angeles paid $3.25 million of his salary, while the Bulls paid the remaining $13.5 million of his salary.
And getting away from the contract, you know, he actually had a decent year. Shot over 50% from the field, strong rebounds per minute average. I mean, he's a professional. He went in and did his job.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Goes back up. The kick out to Mayo. Vasquez up top, defended by Butler. But he recovers it. Henson, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive. Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that, Clark, that effortless knack for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you'd hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively, you know, I think I'm better offensively than people give me credit for, and I'm stronger than I look. And that's something that I'm trying to prove this year, as I've been proving the last 3 or 4, so it's going to be fun.
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Bulls. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose and Snell teaming up in the backcourt, and it's Mirotic in at the 3. Now, here's Antetokounmpo after the miss from Pau Gasol. Here's Plumlee. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Chicago trailing here. Rose gets to Gasol. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Mayo against Rose. Mayo kicks to Meeks. And it's off from three-point range. Passes it to Rose. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And it's a 4-point Chicago lead.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Right side Gasol, 14 feet away. Good D by Parker.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
kicks to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Parker. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Parker's got it all tied up now for the Bucks. The Bulls have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Noah. Hands the 12-footer. Noah's got 8 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Good. And that's now 6 points for Jabari Parker.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Snell, that's good.
And Jason Kidd has seen a lot of things in his first few years of coaching. Already changed teams once, and they had some personnel issues, but you cannot deny that he knows how to get the most out of his team.
The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. All going up court and finished off by Mirotic.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Here's Mayo after the Bulls pick up 2. Plumlee sets the pick for Mayo. Now the pass to Meeks beyond the arc. Chicago grabs the miss.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
yes,
bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here's Mayo. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Orlando.
And I thought the contribution he made by just generating contact, getting to the line was outstanding, guys. I mean, he picked up a lot of points at the strike. You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Bucks trail by 3. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Parker. It's rebounded by Noah.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
The Bulls leading by 3. Rose passes to Mirotic. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Nikola Mirotic. For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Outside Mayo. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, covered by Mirotic. Plumlee with the screen, and here's Mayo from the arc. It's good, and that's just his 3rd make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Mirotic's shot is off.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Now here's Mayo. 8 points for him. That's good.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough. You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Dishes it to Meeks. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Jabari Parker is a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both show they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Now here's Plumlee after the miss from Pau Gasol. Fires the 3. Meeks can't hit.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Rose.
And when you compare Wiggins and Parker, really two different types of players. I mean, Wiggins has that unmatchable athleticism. Parker beats you with an incredible skill and passion. Also, tremendous maturity for such a young player.
Monroe, no good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence. And, you know, going back to Parker versus Wiggins, guys, I mean, that debate could last a long time. Both guys have the look of perennial all-stars. It could be the number of championship rings that ultimately separates them.
Here's Brooks. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Bulls lead by 3.
And
Hello? No, why? Yeah, but I haven't talked to him. He told me if I go over there and get him drunk. I don't know if I'm invited over there. Alright, I'll call you back.
really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Feeling it, no doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And that one's good, Brooks.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
And here's Plumlee, following the three-pointer by Aaron Brooks.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Noah. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got 6 rebounds in the game. The dish to Parker. Feeds it to Monroe. And Meeks kicks to Plumlee. Looking for Mayo, he gets it there. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Hangs in the air, and the layup by Mirotic. Mirotic has got 8 points.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
What's called timeout?
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Boozer, he's checked in for the Bucks. Vasquez comes in for Meeks. Then for the Bulls. Portis, he's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. And Jimmy Butler coming in for Derrick Rose.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Portis. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And the Bulls lead by 3. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. They set the pick. Outside Mayo. Right side Boozer. Shoots from the baseline. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Mirotic just got 6 rebounds in the game. And Chicago has possession. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Bucks trail by 5. Vasquez with it. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. Monroe's shot is good.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Mirotic throws it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
And the Bucks with possession here after the Bulls pick up 2. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Parker. And the shot is long.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And Kevin, while we have a moment here, let's take a look at the Bulls and see where they ranked over the last month in the NBA stats. First in scoring, first in rebounding, and they're also number 1 distributing the basketball. This is a team that knows how to find the open man and convert those opportunities.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
The Bucks making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Here's Vasquez. Oh, that's blocked. And here we go with Brooks running it up the court. Here's Butler.
Woo! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Mayo after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
You know, they did a good job in the first quarter getting themselves to the line, but here in the second, they've gone away from it.
Yeah, everything's been perimeter-oriented, and you have to be hitting shots to play that way.
And, fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Henson with the screen. Vasquez dishes to Henson, and he gets the bucket.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Brooks kicks to Gibson. The baseline J. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Boozer passes to Monroe.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And that one falls for Greg Monroe. And so Monroe nails both of them. 20 seconds left in the first half.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Here's Mayo. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Mayo's got 13. And here is Brooks. And Mirotic kicks to Gibson, and he slams it one-handed.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Bulls leading by 9. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. They showed their superiority in the second quarter and got well out in front, taking a 9-point lead into the locker room at the half. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks?
Well, right now, they're getting a little embarrassed on the defensive end. They got outshot in the first half, but that's because no one put their foot down on defense to stop it. So in the second half, they need to play much more disruptive defensively. They have to do whatever it takes.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We will see you later.
On the second half, about to start here in moments. And you know, Greg Monroe has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he's been a revelation tonight, almost scoring at will in that first half.
Really hard to fathom he'll be able to keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but, you know, you never know. It could be a special night for him.
We've got Jody Meeks, Plumlee out there with Monroe. Then it's Jabari Parker, and it's Vasquez in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Vasquez with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Vasquez kicks to Monroe. Here's Plumlee, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Plumlee's got 6.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Meeks can't hit.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And that one's good. 14 points for Rose.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Now here's Vasquez. He's got 10. And Plumlee kicks to Monroe. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And the Bucks with possession here after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Snell. He's got 13, and it's good. Snell's got 4 this quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The feed now to Meeks. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Chicago calls timeout. Vasquez, guys, remarkable consistency over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, his three-point percentage went up a little bit, Kevin, but that's about it. I mean, it's possible. We just need to accept that this is who he is. I mean, he's a good playmaker. He plays with great enthusiasm and energy, and we need to leave it there. Don't expect much more than that.
Here's Meeks. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. They retain possession. A clear look for Monroe. Here's Plumlee. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Vasquez, that's good.
And talking about Vasquez, guys, good size for a point guard. Solid ball handler and playmaker when he's put in that role. But he needs the ball to be truly effective. And last season, the ball belonged to Kyle Lowry.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. They get Paul Gasol.
And for Vasquez, he doesn't have the foot speed to track opposing point guards. He tries to compensate with good use of angles, but he did do a solid job defending the pick and roll last season, using his superior size and anticipation in that area.
A free throw is good from Antetokounmpo. And guys, the Greek Freak really improved his numbers across the board last season. Giannis was up in every measurable category except three-point percentage.
He's really improved his shooting, though, overall. The three ball still eludes him a little bit here and there. But what I like, Kevin, is his aggressiveness. That's what's making the difference in his game right now.
Here's Meeks after the made shot from Joakim Noah. Parker. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
You know, going back to Giannis, he has the physical makeup and skill set to be a triple-double guy. I mean, there's no reason that he shouldn't be able to fulfill his potential, except consistency. That's the area he's got to tighten up.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Bucks trail by 8. Now here's Vasquez. 12 points for him. Pass to Plumlee. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Gasol.
And talking about Giannis, he was clearly one of the very best players in that 2013 draft. Selected number 15 overall by the Bucks. And if you looking back, to me, that's what we'd have to call a steal with the kind of player he's developed into.
Here is Plumlee after the Bulls pick up 2. Parker kicks to Plumlee. Back to Parker. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Parker's got 10 points in the game.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Here's Noah. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Now, here's Meeks. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Rose kicks to Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's now 8 points for Pau Gasol.
And the efficiency is there, but the aggressiveness is really lacking. So far, it hasn't hurt them, though.
It's Parker with the drive. That one does not go. It puts him at 5 for 9 from the field. Here's Butler in, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
You're right on target there, Greg. Of the last 10 points they've allowed, 8 have come from in close.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Fires, high post, nice jump shot, good. Butler's got 10 points in the quarter.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Vasquez kicks to Plumlee. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Meeks. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Looking at the game for Meeks, he has 17 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor. And Jody Meeks last season, coming off the best effort of his career the year before, signed a big contract with the Pistons. They thought he'd be their designated three-point shooter. Instead, he missed the first 22 games with a back injury and just never really got in sync.
Shot's good by Gibson. Here's Mayo, 13 points in the game. Out to the right wing. Now Meeks. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Antetokounmpo. Look at that jam.
Oh my God.
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
And what a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Boost. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Bulls.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
And the second free throw, good. Chicago leading by 5. Brooks dishes to Gibson. Puts it up from 17. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And that's 20 points here for Taj Gibson. Milwaukee's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Boozer gets the bucket.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. No good from Gibson.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Mayo kicks to Meeks. Goes up on the wing. The shot misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's Butler missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Mayo. Cannot hit. And it's Chicago the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Brooks. The offensive rebound. Here's Portis. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two. The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, I'd have to credit the work they put in at the free throw line to practice this season. I mean, because they have noticeably improved since a year ago.
Now, here's Meeks. 18 points for him. Henson, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
It's O.J. Mayo on the wing, covered by Mirotic. Outside Mayo. They set the pick. Back to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 2. Here's Boozer. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Taj Gibson picks one up.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Brooks? Averaging 12 points, 12 assists, and 2 rebounds. And when it all comes together for him, this is what he's capable of.
And this is exactly what his coaches have been waiting for that light bulb to come on.
That free throw, no good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
And he's good on the second.
It's been a nice game for Boozer. 10 points, and he's managed to get 4 of his points by way of the free throw line.
And Clark, that might not make the highlight reel, but those are important points nonetheless.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the third. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And for most of his career, Taj Gibson has been a tremendous role player up front. GA, he's been extremely steady over 6 full seasons.
And Kevin, he gives you a lot of energy and athleticism when he enters the game. He's got the great length with that 7'4" wingspan. But to me, it's not just about having it. It's about the fact that he utilizes it. And it really allows him to get in there and attack the backboard and contest shots.
Milwaukee with the rebound.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one.
Mayo, that's good.
That is so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable. Yeah, you know, talking about Gibson, he started 70 games his first year and made the all-rookie team. But thereafter, had been mostly a 6-man off the bench through last season. It happens, but it's still somewhat unusual for a guy to go backwards like that.
That shot wide open. 18 points for O.J. Mayo.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time. And talking about Gibson, if he ever wants to be seen as a high-level starter, he needs to work on a few things. More bankable moves in the post, more fluid post game, if you will, and really increased strength and consistency. I think those things will carry him to that starting 5.
And so it's Milwaukee now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Guarded now by Aaron Brooks. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Tries yet again. Nice D from Brooks.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Mirotic. It's rebounded by Mayo. Shoots. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Mayo's got 7 now in this quarter. Pass to Butler. And that one is hammered home.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Bulls lead by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Chicago leading by 5. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is out there with Brooks. And it's Snell at the 3, the small forward.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
Noah's gone 6 of 12 in the game from a 4. Mayo kicks to Vasquez. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Noah's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the basket by Rose.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
Vasquez with it. Lets it go with a 3. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Unloads from 13. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Rose. And that's now 10 points for Pau Gasol. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Vasquez. Rose with the double team. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the 4 this game. Now 6 for 10.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Plumlee with the steal. Mayo against Brooks. Mayo kicks to Vasquez. Back to Mayo. The shot's good. Vasquez making the play. Mayo's got 11 points here in just the second half. Passes it to Noah. Plumlee with the rebound.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
And here's Vasquez. Plumlee with a screen on Brooks. Rose with the double team. Clock at 6. To take the lead. And Greg Monroe with the slam.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Bucks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Plumlee with a screen on Rose. They double him with Noah. Parker passes to Monroe. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. One thing about Greg Monroe, he is a highly skilled big.
He really is. I love the fact that he can do so much. He can post you up. He can pop out and knock down the 15-footer. He's an outstanding passer. And at his size, those are skills that have served him and his teams well.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for O.J. Mayo. And so Monroe nails both of them.
And getting back to Greg Monroe, guys, he made some subtle strides last season. Best rebounding average of his career, up to 75% on his free throws. And how about this little nugget? Not one three-point attempt last season. That tells you he's starting to mature.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. And the basket by Rose.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
And you know, with some people, they'll always find something wrong with Monroe's game. He'll never make the all-defensive team. He kind of looks like he's playing at half speed, but he produces, and he does it within the team confines.
6 on the shot clock. Plumlee dishes to Vasquez. To take the lead. Shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. From 8. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Parker kicks to Monroe. The 11-footer off the left rim and out.
You know, he really just tried to do a little too much there. He shouldn't be afraid to kick that one back out.
And he gets it to go.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Plumlee, the pass to Parker. Back to Plumlee. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Now here's Vasquez. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots. Chicago leading. Rose dishes to Noah, the 17-footer. And it's Meeks with the rebound. Bucks have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Vasquez kicks to Meeks. That falls. Quick assist by Vasquez. Meeks got 11 in the second half.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Milwaukee's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Monroe's shot is good.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's Noah, and that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Bulls lead by 1.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
It's Meeks outside, and another 3 from Milwaukee.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that 3-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the 3-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. He kicks to Monroe. Chicago grabs the miss. Inside, here's Noah, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jason Kidd was saying to his team. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Brooks. And here we go, the Bulls fast break and slam dunk by Butler.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Here's Plumlee, and it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jabari Parker.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Chicago on defense. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Chicago leading by 4. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
They're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Here's Monroe. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Monroe's got 36.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Rose kicks to Butler. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Got that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Vasquez.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
For the 3, it's rebounded by Noah. Noah's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. It's stolen by Vasquez. Poked loose. Oh, and here comes Rose, all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Bucks trail by 6. Now Meeks. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Chicago calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Milwaukee has gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Vasquez passes to Meeks. He feeds it to Antetokounmpo. Here's Vasquez. Misses the 3.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Man, they looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Screen by Monroe. Vasquez dishes to Monroe. Shot clock at 5. The shot no good. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 14-6 run. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a 3-point play.
talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Butler. He has 38 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
Plumlee, no luck.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
And Meeks kicks to Antetokounmpo. Monroe down low, working on Noah. Monroe's shot is good.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter, and just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
The Bulls leading by 8. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Rose. 12 points for Pau Gasol.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
.135 left in the fourth quarter. Rose with the double team. Here's Vasquez, and the 3-ball is good. Vasquez has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth. Rose passes to Gasol. Cannot hit. The Bucks go the other way with it. Vasquez with it. Kicks it to Monroe. To the paint. Here's Plumlee. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
And that one's good by Butler.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Meeks. Another shot. The rebound by Gasol. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong.
Rose with the double team. Here's Monroe, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Monroe's got 40 points.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Here's Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And the Bulls lead by 9.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're down by 9. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Here's Ennis. Chicago grabs the miss. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. That's a 2 from Butler, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Heinrich dishes to Gibson. And it's Chicago scoring again. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Derek, you were able to maneuver in and out of the lane and handle many tough shooting situations. How did that become such a big part of your game?
That's something I'm used to, I guess. Just playing in the park, playing in the gym, trying to shoot crazy shots, and thank God they be going in.
Well done, Derek. Thank you. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
It's going to be Derrick Rose.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. What are your thoughts, Kenny?
He was an artist with the basketball tonight, guys. Just a ridiculous amount of assists for him in this game. The way he moved the ball around the court, making sure everyone had their hand in the offense, was superb. That's how you play the point in this league, ladies and gentlemen.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
Well, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Thanks for what you legit. I didn't get no subscribers. So if you want to subscribe, you know what I'm saying? I get people come to my channel, kind of hit that bubble. That's the only thing I do. You and basketball, I don't get it. But nonetheless, y'all know, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. And see y'all later. And a happy new year. And a happy new year.